Hello and welcome, my name is Nilaus. This is episode 176 of our Let's Play campaign, Final Factory. The base is growing, absolutely, it's doing quite well, except for the fact that I just started some science and now I notice that it is not moving. Alright, we have a few things to do today. I'm going to remove the nuclear power plant. I'm going to push out this area so I get a nice big area here. Maybe we can start looking at this. But there are also some other things like the nuclear, the uranium that we need to look at. And as well, figure out, let's start with why the science is not working. Now, you know what? We can actually do this part. We can do this part first. So I'm just going to be very blunt about this. And none of this are going into anywhere else. So I'm just going to kill this part. Why? Because I don't really need it. And that's the one side. The other part is if we look at our power production here, then, well, the 11 gigawatts here is about half. And I know that I'm probably going to get up. And this one can only go to 20% because the way I've designed the turbines, they cannot perform at 100%. You can see I did a little experiment here with solar panels. That might be something we want to do. It's going to be incredibly easy if we choose to do that, but we are not at that point yet. So one thing that I wanted to display was this little thing. No, hold up. Oh, the science is working. All right, this is just slow and getting started. Cool. This one. So this one is reading logistics content, providing it to... No, hold on. Let me first illustrate what was done before, what I've done previously. And this was a comment I got on one of the videos. I think it was by Bam Bam. And the idea was, oh no, it was on YouTube. So anyway, I have enabled these. That means when I have, let's take this part here. They're all standing up here waiting for the copper to initiate. As soon as the copper dips below, where is the copper? Copper is here. This is 100,000. What is the content? 129. So when it dips below 100, it'll just activate. It'll send all 4 trains down here. And when the first train comes in, it starts unloading. It's excellent. It as soon as it gets above the 100,000, the station shuts off. And the ones that are in queue will then start heading back. That's a pretty bad idea because that means, first of all, by the time it activates, they need to drive all the way from here, all the way down there. That's not good. The second is the 4 trains, or however many trains I want there, go in here, but only 1, maybe 2 will actually unload. The rest will just go back and do a cycle. This is what we can see up here, that there's actually content in this one that's in a holding position, because it never gets, by the time it gets down here, it's closed. So the idea is, instead of closing the station, you close the stop here. So the stop here is close signal when the logistics content is greater than 100,000. And these are now red, yeah. It's funny that there's a green signal to it, but it turns red. And that means I can now remove this, and here. They are open, they're always open. But right here, this one's closed. Let me just, I think it would be a good idea if I did... I think I'll want to do it in another way. I think I want to do it this way. When this one is greater than 100,000, then output 1 red. Copy, paste. Here. When less than or equal to 100,000, output 1 green. Yes. This is getting a bit comprehensive, but that's kind of the idea. There, they go in here. And you don't know what's going on. We have no idea what the signal is. Yeah, so now it's red. This one, nope. This one is close to signal when red greater than 0. Yay, running on tracks, yeah. So at this point, it's good. And wouldn't it be even better if I could actually highlight here that this is $100,000, and then if I wire it in here, less than A. Still works. Yeah, still works. Because at this point, I can then change this one. It has a nice little ring to it. And the whole point of this is that I can now wire from here. I can wire it to that one, then to that one, and then to that one. From here. Come on. Pass through these roboports. There. Okay. This one. Huge color. Anything greater than 0. So now I can a bit more easily see if they're closed, open or closed. Yes. Then let's try and set A to, what's the content? Content is 200,000. That was actually strange. Why it changed to 200,000? So what if I change this to 300,000? They turn green, and the trains are coming in. Funny how they go alternating, but who cares? They're going in. Let's have a look at this one. As it increases, the other 2 trains are now on standby. That one is a bit strange why it's there. That should probably not be there, but it's in a bit of a mix-up. But we off you go. And content-wise, we are not at the 50, and they're still green. Yes. I'd like to just see them turn red, stop the trains. So at this point, let's see. Okay, we're getting closer, but it's not gonna make it. So when the next train comes in, we will be able to see what's going on. 293. I don't know why it's still increasing, because it doesn't count the stuff that is in flight, I would assume. Or maybe it's because this one just got in with... No, it's not getting in anywhere. Alright, 196. Come on, trains, come on. Look at the latency here. Going up here. What? How the hell can you do that? Did I do something wrong on this one? Starter iron in onto empty, starter iron out onto full. Why is this train not going there? That's so strange. Go there until the cargo inventory is full. Then you do a loop here. Oh, here. Let's see. And it should switch to red. The trains are still open, or the stations are still open, but the next train coming in will still be, hopefully, going in. And let that. How is this not a full train? I don't get it. I simply don't get it. This is working, definitely. But, okay, it is a full train. It's just me being blind. Cool. So these are closed. And that's a better indicator. This is very nice. So I'll take this part. Pretty sure that's going to be constant for every single one. And it can go exactly in here. And instead of that one being, it's just going to be copper instead. And right now I have 120. I'll just get this to 200,000. I think that's a fine number just now. Good. Yes, and they turn green. Excellent. These ones, however, are not green because they are still linked. Okay, so now that comes in. This one is also waiting in line. That's perfect. And hopefully the last train is coming here. And Looks like it's full, but I have no idea. Well, I do have an idea, but I can't see it. And instead, the last one for the steel, let's do that as well. And this one will be steel, steel, and 200. Yes, please. Currently, the content of steel is 112. So as I remove this and this, the trains will now come in. Yep, there are only 2 trains, but I think that's going to be fine. Where are they? Yep, now the next one can start. Yep, so I get 2 trains of steel coming in. That is excellent. And I can see the greens, I can see the reds. This is looking really nice. This is green. And what is the content here? The content is 173,000. I will take that one as 200,000. That closes it. Okay, so this is now pretty efficient. Okay, let's have a look as this train's being unloaded. Okay, it flickers, it goes red, and now it stays red until we actually consume some more. Cool, and what we should see is that the trains, the copper trains, should also be getting in here. If we have some copper trains. Okay, there. One is on the way back. One is being loaded. It's done loading now. And then another one's being loaded. And the last one is coming in. A bit slower than the others, that's fine. And it goes in pretty much as that one leaves, yeah. So they are, and it's stopping. Interesting that this has no value. And, oh. Let's move it here as well. Okay, so now we have actually the trains standing here to wait. The steel is green, but it's not coming in as fast as I'd like, obviously, because it just takes a while to get the steel. Though, what is our steel storage? It is, ooh, only 61,000. That's actually not much. So get on with it. Build faster. Right, so that was one of it. And in the meantime, this has disappeared. We are going to move on to the next part of the redesign process. So, I have been looking at this one I really like. So I'm going to do somewhat the same in here. If we look at this, I can have this one plus this one. It's going to work perfectly fine with a bit of row ports in the middle. It's going to be cool. And that one though is too slim. So I'm going to move, if we take here, this is 6 tiles. And that means 11 tiles will be enough. 6 tiles, and the middle one will be shared. However, this one is only 9 tiles wide, or 9 substations wide. So I need to move it out by 2. That means, unfortunately, that we have some work to cut out for us like this. Only tiles, no entities. Oops. Tiles, no entities, there. Yeah. And that is all the way. And that will get some robots busy. To be expected. Have to be somewhat careful not to do something really stupid here. And that goes all the way down there. Now the next part is this one. I'm gonna go use to clean off, close off this part, and here, here. But first, make sure this is okay. There we go. And now it's a matter of getting this part from here to here, but don't care about entities or modules, but only tiles. Yes, please. Is this correct? 1, 2. Yes, it is. So that's simply moving it one. That's not moving it two over. Sorry. Oops. Killed a few roboports. Not ideal. Why do we not have roboports up here? Okay. Yeah, I kind of deleted those, but that's okay. They need to come back. And we are. And then it becomes pretty obvious that I should just have made a bit of blueprint for this. And the last one, perfect. All right. This is being removed. And in order for this to be moved by 2, then tiles, no entities. Here, here. Now we go back to this one. No entities, modules, but only tiles. Is this really the case? 1, 2. Okay, we're just gonna wait for those 2 red markers to be removed. There we go. That should be moving it by 2 tiles. And good old autosave. That's starting to take a bit of time, the autosave. That one's good enough. And here, nope, that's not working. This one. Right, we have some issues with this. Okay. Not even sure that has to go up, to be perfectly honest. And let's do this. Here, here. And that one is being replaced. Cool. And what is the next one? Next one is this. Damn it. This is the brilliant part about having this amount of robots, is that they actually get the job done pretty efficiently. This one, flip it, and there we go. All right, so that's moving it out by 2. And you can see here there's another little gap that needs to be solved. So far, I think I actually want to just remove it. Yeah. Wow, why do I have that one? That seems wasteful. There's also something weird here. Oh, look at that. The heat furnace pipe from, yeah, Days of Yarn. So there's a lot of meticulous work in a base of this size. That's just the way it is, but I'm really, really careful about trying to make this look good and work. So all of these can be taken out, all this can be taken out, all of this, and pretty much all of this as well. Which means that one, you need to go. This is our Roboport highway. it has been way more refined, as you can see. Now I'm going to make it like as close as I can to the belt, because that gives us the opportunity to actually do the corners in a nice way. See, now the corners do not interfere. It also means that if, for example, I want a robot, it can just fit nicely in here. And then let's do this part. Keep going. Don't know why, but let's just be consistent about there. Yes. And that one. Let's get this out of the inventory. That was something I did for test purposes. Not something we're doing now. That's just basically looking at solar panels. All right, so now we have this one. Oh, don't even need to be nearby though. That should be easier to deal with this way. Whoops. Only. Here. Here. Yep, there's a lot of robot ports that need to be placed. But I think it's correct. Nope, not entirely working. Here. Then we can take these out and replace it with that one. Oh. Let's see if this one still keeps the water flowing. This one is slowly decreasing in each one. Yeah, they are dying. And let's see. This one's still dying. These are 100%. So let's see. Everything is working. Perfect. All right. So let's see. The rail here is doing fine. Let's have a look at the productivity. We are building something. It's just a bit slow. That one is completely dead and I've emptied it. That one is completely dead and I've emptied it. This one up here, still 272,000. It's gonna come in at some point. Now, next up is, I have to remember to build this grid all the time. Right, so the next part will absolutely be difficult. There is no doubt about it. This one is going to be the most difficult one because this is all about this. However, I'm going to use all the patterns that I've already done. So I've already done this part. This is a very, very nice little unit. And in order to make room for it, I'm going to build it here. Yes. So with this, great. And that one fit quite nicely and it ties perfectly. That will mean, see, this is not good enough. That means I'm going to need, at the latest here, more roboports. And if we then start counting, let's do it this way. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Holy shit, I didn't do that, did I? Alright, I'm gonna just pretend that I didn't see that. There is 11 in here. And that means I can build 9 of these. 9 of these blocks. 9 of these blocks each contain 2. So that's 18 times 2. That's 36. This is what I've calculated because I'm going to do this one. Advanced processing. heavy oil cracking, light oil cracking into solid fuel. I'm going to use this one for solid fuel. It may not be the most efficient because it's more stuff, but it's the easiest to manage because it's just converting everything to petroleum. Or basically it is, this one will only run when I have sufficient lubricant, and then from there on, everything to petroleum. I'm saying petroleum, I'm saying methane. Petroleum, and then from the petroleum, just make the solid fuel we need, and the plastic, because those are the two things that need to balance. If I take the solid fuel from light oil and then have to balance that versus the light oil cracking, it's just going to be awkward. So everything to petroleum, and I need 400,000 per minute. That means I need 36 of these, and therefore I need 9 along the way here. So that we can do. Only thing that we need to do is move this over by 1, but that's something we'll just, through the magic of video editing and all that, we'll get back to it later. So next time, well, that's actually just enjoy this part, because that is a very nice unit. Oh, that didn't work. Because of these. Are we ready? Yeah, it doesn't work. And then I need one more. But this will, and this is important, I need to bring it out to, oops. Yeah, obviously I don't have any of these. I just absolutely love the robots and how efficient they are. So what I'm going to do is take this part. It's going to go out here. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to have 6 lanes out. And I am not converting. Well, I know. I think I could convert. This one's solo. So easily able to combine this, which is the heavy oil, with the heavy oil up here. However, the rest, which will be, let's just start from one end. Light oil. It's going to be light oil. Do we have sort of like a common location like this? This one's actually going to be an issue. Can't build these here. I need a bit more space, so I'm gonna need 1 space. Here. There's a light. Let's make it so. These 2 are light. These 2 are petroleum. I'm gonna have 1 lubricant. Let's see, heavy oil. Let's try and see if I can do this. Heavy. Light, light. Petroleum, petroleum. Lubricant. Sulfuric acid. And see, that's not enough. This one is not going to work as water. Don't think this is enough. If I'm just looking at it. Oh, it's at both sides. Yep. And I'm missing one. I'm missing one very important one, and that's the heavy oil. The oil that we're working on. So just trying to figure out where things have to be. That one. I think that's okay-ish. I don't like having this many right next to each other. Maybe 2 water is enough. I like this. Now there's 2 and then 1 between, and some of them are not. Yep, that's gonna be how we do this. I want this one to just be consistent, right? So that's gonna be here. I really want to try to get a nice pattern so I can actually figure out what the hell's going on. That one is now. And there will be nothing else. Yeah. That's then the question of, where the hell are you? Oh, there you are. Cool. That one has to go into this somehow. Let's try it. And either. Yeah, that's kind of in the way here. They can probably live without that. Always pushing. And now I'm about to do something stupid, I guess. That's actually wiring it or wiring it up now. Yep, I'm not. But we have oil coming in. All right, so I'm gonna have oil and heavy, and 2 light, 2 petroleum, lubricant, sulfuric acid, and 2 water. I could combine the sulfuric acid with the heavy because the heavy is never going to be used again. And that would mean, yeah, whatever. This should be fine. If I really get in trouble with the water, then I'll deal with it. Cool. All right, time to wrap up. Thank you very much for joining. Hope you're enjoying it. I'll be seeing you next time as we continue with more shenanigans on the refinery side. So thank you. See you next there. Bye.